There's this feeling that arises, and we respond with anger. So I don't see it as each individual having a well of anger that needs to be drained in order for us to be peaceful. And as Julie said, from our perspective, anger is not necessarily a bad thing. Everything is good or bad depending on its conditions and then how it's used and its result. So good and bad are secondary analysis. Things are as they are, then we make them good or bad depending on our own value system. One person's value system makes something good, another person's value system might make it bad. Neither is actually right or wrong. It's personal. It's subjective. But anger arises, really in traditional Buddhism, our suffering arises out of desire. So either we want something to have, so we try to pull it toward us, or we don't want something and we push it away. And you could say from a Buddhist perspective, that's where anger arises. I don't want it. Because I don't want it usually isn't quite enough. Because if you say, I don't really want it, a lot of times the response is tough shit. But if I don't want it, then suddenly there's some energy behind it and you push people away. You push that thing away. So we find we're conditioned to learn that anger, I was going to say works, but of course it works and it also doesn't work. But as human beings, we can manifest all different emotions. The challenge is how we use it. Anger is sometimes the most potent force to get something accomplished. But what's the damage that comes along with it? So this is all trial and error. Don't think good and bad. Think, what happened? Was it useful? Did it serve the purpose of the situation? Or was it, in many ways, it's indulgent. It's like, I'm angry and I can't control it, so now you're going to be angry. Because it's too much for me, so you take it on. We have to go back. The meditation, Julie said something like our primary practice is the breathing, the meditation. And in form, that's true. But our primary stance is not knowing. Our primary stance to the world is wonder and curiosity. It's seeing things, and rather than grasping onto them with certainty, it's holding them gently with not knowing. There's that beautiful phrase that some ancient Chinese sage said. He said, not knowing is most intimate. Intimacy brings us closer to things. Anger pushes things away from us. So we clear out some space. That damn car is going to be out of that street. So we have some space, and that makes us feel more comfortable. But not knowing brings us closer to the moment. And Zen practice is about being here, present and alive and responsive. And it's that curiosity, wonder, and not knowing which offers us that potential to be present, to be alive, to really witness things that more as they are, less shaped by all of my fantasies and dreams and desires and needs.